So in today's lecture, we will discuss about second law of thermodynamics, thermal reservoirs, heat engine, and heat pump. Okay, so this is our today's topic. Now we have already discussed in our previous class that what are the limitations of first law of thermodynamics, and because of that, what is the need of second law of thermodynamics. So we will also study thermal reservoirs and heat engine as well as heat pump here in our today's class. So the second law of thermodynamics, it says that heat cannot itself flow from a colder body to a hotter body. Automatically, the heat flows from a hotter body to the colder body, but itself cannot flow from the colder body to hotter body. And if there will be heat flow from the colder body to the hotter body, then it is possible only when there is external work is supplied to it. As the case you can take that is of the refrigerator or the air conditioner. In these two cases, refrigerator and air conditioner, the heat flows from the lower temperature region to the higher temperature region. Always heat flows from the lower to higher. But refrigerator as well as the air conditioner, they require some external power input or the work input. So only when we are providing or we are giving some work input to the system, then only heat can flow from colder body to hotter body. Otherwise, naturally it is not possible. Even the first law says heat can flow in either direction. So now we are going to take the next step, which is important for going to understand second law of thermodynamics, and it is the thermal reservoir. What is a thermal reservoir? So a thermal reservoir is defined as a sufficiently large system. It is a sufficient large system which is in stable equilibrium, to which and from which finite amount of heat can be transferred without any change in its temperature. There may be some system and that is in stable equilibrium. It is the large system, and to which and from which finite amount of heat can be transferred, but its temperature will not change. For example, if we are taking the example of a boiler furnace or a combustion chamber or even the sun, they are the sources of heat because they produce the heat. If we say there is the boiler furnace or the combustion chamber, then in these cases, and these produce heat by forming or by the combustion process. The hot gases are produced and the heat is produced by the combustion. So the fuel energy is converted in the form of the heat energy. So they are the sources of the heat, but they are having a lot of energy, a large amount of energy. So because of having such energy, if we take some small amount of energy from them, their temperature will not change. They will be in stable equilibrium. So the thermal reservoir which is at high temperature, thermal reservoir which is at high temperature is called as the heat source, or from which we can take finite amount of heat. It is called as the heat source. Another thermal reservoir which is maintained at low temperature. If the temperature is low and the reservoir is maintained, it is called as the heat sink. So heat is taken from the heat source. Heat is taken from the heat source, but the heat is supplied or rejected to the heat sink. So boiler furnace from which we can take heat, combustion chamber from it we can take heat, sun from which we can take heat, either maybe the nuclear reactor etc., or maybe any other source from which we can take a finite amount of heat. It is called as the heat source or high temperature reservoir. Similarly, we also use heat sink. Heat sink is a thermal reservoir which is maintained at low temperature. So actually heat is rejected to the heat sink. Examples maybe we can take the example of the atmospheric air, river and ocean water. Atmospheric air means atmosphere is available everywhere. So considering it is having averagely a constant temperature. So if small amount of heat is rejected or given to the atmospheric air, its temperature will not change. Even it will be in stable equilibrium. Similarly, for the river water, if we are giving some amount of heat to the river water as well as the ocean water, its temperature will not change. So the atmospheric air, river as well as ocean water, these are the examples of the thermal reservoirs, but they are called as the heat sinks because they can receive small amount of finite amount of heat, but still they will be in stable equilibrium. So after understanding this, we are going to take the another term which is called as the heat engine. I think you have heard this name, heat engine. So a heat engine is defined as a thermodynamic system operating in a cycle in which net heat is transferred and from which net work is delivered. So what is a heat engine? Heat engine is nothing but simply it is a thermodynamic system. It is a thermodynamic system and this system operating in a cycle. There is a system which is operating in a cycle and from which net amount of heat is transferred. This amount of heat will be taken from the system and from which net amount of work is delivered to the surrounding. It is called as the heat engine. Now you can see this picture and from this picture it is clear that suppose we are having a here high temperature reservoir also called as a heat source which is maintained at temperature T1. This is some high temperature reservoir or the heat source which is maintained at temperature T1. We are also having another temperature reservoir called as the low temperature reservoir or the thermal reservoir which is maintained at temperature or lower temperature T2. So a system, this is shown here some system, this system which is operating in a cycle or in a cyclic process. So this system is taking heat from this high temperature reservoir, that is either you can take QA or that is Q1, either term you can use. So this system is taking QA or Q1 amount of heat from this heat source and producing or working W net amount of work. This amount of work is being produced by the heat engine which is equal to Q1 minus Q2 and it also rejecting QR or Q2 amount of heat to the heat sink. Then such a system is called as the heat engine. So